Alrighty, Zachary. We're running all NBA today.
Yes, sir.
All right, dude. Let's do it. You got all your bathroom breaks out of the way?
All the bathroom breaks are out of the way. I got my Powerade Zero grape
Wait, Powerade Zero?
version. Yes, sir.
Wait, have you been drinking Powerade Zero? Or did I
Yeah.
inspire you? Oh, I thought I
No.
inspired you. Oh,
I've never heard you say Powerade Zero before.
I'm drinking one right now as we speak.
Ooh, what color?
Blue.
Nice.
Blue and red.
I'm rocking the grape.
You know, I can never find the grape.
Grape's pretty good, man. It's tasty. I have about all the colors in my fridge, and
Same.
sometimes the
Rolling with
taste
it.
buds just crave a certain flavor, and I'm rolling with grape tonight because mock drafts just make sense with grape in my mind.
Oh, okay. So you're the Kings owner, I get you.
What?
What? You know the Kings are purple.
Oh, yeah, fair.
Okay.
Well, I will be in this mock draft since I'm the odds,
Oh yeah, that's true. Not the
and they
Jazz
have
though.
the seventh pick.
I'm about to ruin the Jazz's franchise.
Yeah, right.
No, I'm kidding. I will not disrespect them as much as Darren Peterson is.
He do be disrespectful, but we'll see. Maybe you're gonna have to make a tough decision after my first pick.
I already know who your first pick is. We already know. Zach, do we want to just jump right into it? Do we want to give any context? I guess we should give context to the fact that you're all the odds, I'm all the evens. We're just doing first round, correct?
Yeah, just first round, and guys, we have limited ball knowledge. I don't know where these guys were born or like what they had for dinner last night. So, just a general educated guess with these picks, but
I'll
I'm
be
just going to
honest.
start.
Once I get past like pick 20, 25 ish, that's where it gets kind of iffy.
Well, good thing we'll be almost
I'm
done.
feeling pretty good when it comes to the first 15. So,
Yeah.
which is really, I feel like, all
Well,
I need. So let's get it, baby.
yeah, let's get into it. So,
Yes,
with my
sir.
first pick for the Wizards, I'm taking Adrian DeBonsta. I think he is the perfect fit for the Wizards team, especially with you would assume Trey Young's coming back. You have Anthony Davis. They have a plethora of guards, and I just think they need that big body wing to be able to fit right into what they're doing there. So I'm not expecting any crazy surprises. I'm not big on the Darren Peterson first overall, but you never know. Anything could happen. I think the first four picks are pretty much chalk. The order is probably more up to debate, but I have AJ DeBonsa as the best player in the class, and that's who I have number one.
Perfect. Well. This might be our first little mix up, Zach. Because I am taking Cameron Boozer with the second pick here. Most people would
Spicy.
automatically mock Darren Peterson. My opinion is if I am running the Jazz and I need to fix the Jazz, which they need a lot of fixing currently, I'm going with Cameron Boozer because I need to get rid of Lauri Markkanen. Should have been traded a while ago. I think he's still at his peak when it comes to being a trade asset. I say trade him away, get some picks for him. At least, I would say at least get one first rounder. And honestly, in a beautiful world scenario here, if I'm the Jazz, I think you should trade Lauri to the Warriors here at number 11 because I feel like if Mara falls to the Bucks or the Warriors, If he falls to the Warriors, I think the Warriors will trade you for Lauri Markkanen because they're in win now mode, like always. And you get Mara and pair him with Cameron Boozer here. But that's just
Well,
my
and there's
opinion.
also a world too where Kessler leaves because there's some weird stuff going on there.
Oh
so
yeah, the contract
it might
dispute
just
too.
work out
But
to
see,
where
dude, that's what
Jaren Jackson plays your 5
Mhm.
and then Boozer your 4.
That's what I'm saying, dude. But the thing is, I'm just still not fully sold on Jaren Jackson because, like I said, there are moments where he just really disappears, especially when they get in playoffs. He disappears heavy. And I think Mara's a way better rim protector than him. And we haven't been able to see what he does, but I am still scared of Jaren Jackson's foul issues. And if he does have foul issues, if they ever do make it to the playoffs, Mara is that guy who you can really rely on to take over on defense. And he's a true rim protector, unlike Jaren Jackson. He's still a little bit smaller on that side. So,
Yeah, I like the pick.
but that's just my opinion. That's how I would run it. So,
Yeah. So that leaves me at the third pick with the Grizzlies, and they have Darren Peterson sitting right on the board, and that's who I'm going to take here.
you're
It
welcome,
makes a lot of
Grizzly
sense for
fans.
them. Yes, I'm sure they're pretty happy with this, how this works out. Darren Peterson, he can play on the ball, off the ball. John Morant's probably out this year, out of Memphis. And so you plug in Darren Peterson, it's a perfect fit, and they get a building block player again.
Mm-hmm. And brings back even more defense too.
Yeah, he's a great
Grit and
defender.
grind, that original Grizzlies, motto. So,
Yep.
I think this is a no-brainer. I think this is super obvious. At number 4, Bulls gonna take Caleb Wilson. I think he has a lot of potential to be really great. When it comes to his size, what he brings, at the forward spot, not just his height, but also his wingspan, dude, he has so much potential. And I know some analysts were talking about it. Caleb Wilson, depending how well he pans out, if the Bulls could really figure out him as a player, he really could be the best player of this draft. He has the potential to be that guy, but he's definitely more raw compared to everybody else. And I think that's why he falls to the 4 spot here. Reminds me of a lot when Jaren Jackson was getting picked and how raw Jaren Jackson was coming out of the draft. But I think he definitely has more potential to be better than Jaren Jackson on the offensive side. So I'm really interested what the Bulls are going to do here, but I really do think Chicago's going to go for him.
So that leaves me with the 5th pick, and I think that this is where you could go a couple different directions with the Clippers. I think they have to take a guard. Now, what guard they pick is a little bit of a toss up. You can go Wagler, you got Darius Acuff, you got Mikel Brown Jr. So you have some guys there that they're between. If I were the Clippers, I'm not going for someone to fit with Darius Garland. Like, I think at this point, Acuff is the best player in the draft. And I don't think having Darius Garland should prevent you from taking him. However, I don't see that the Clippers will do that. I think they want someone who could play alongside of Darius Garland. And so I think Keaton Wagler fits perfectly into what they're probably wanting to do. And also, it's just like the growth of what you saw in college from Wagler. Like, came out of nowhere basically, and so there's a lot of upside with him coming into this draft. And so I'm going to have Keaton Wagler, big guy, can shoot the ball, would fit pretty good next to Garland.
Yeah, I actually really like that pick. I probably would still go Keen as well, just because my motto is when it comes to drafting players, as you can see, no point guard has won in the top 5 of our draft so far. And that's because, as I always tell you, Zach, there's not a lot of point guards that have won a championship. It's really just Magic Johnson, Steph Curry, and SGA as the best player on their team. There's only 3 point guards that have been the best on
Um,
their team that has ever won a championship. Point
what
guards
about this
don't win
past year,
championships that
sir?
much. What?
What about this past year?
Oh, Jalen Brunson.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's definitely. Yeah, I mean, majority of people would say he's the best player, right? Um,
I mean, yeah,
yeah, it's definitely one of those scenarios though where it's if you build the right team kind of scenario, like in my opinion, like he wasn't otherworldly. Like if you compare Brunson to SGA, Curry, and Magic Johnson, like these are all-time great point guards compared to Jalen Brunson, who he'll probably get in the Hall of Fame, but he's not like, in my opinion, top. He's not going to finish as a guy who's like top 20 all time. You know,
Knicks fans can come after you this time.
he's never going to be a top 5 or a top 10 point guard in the history of the NBA.
I agree.
I mean,
Fair enough.
that's pretty much my point. He would have never won a championship had he not had a team who was defensively built different. But shout out to the Knicks, man. That's what it took to win the championship. Is they realized if they didn't have 4 really good defenders around him, they probably weren't going to win. So, which
True.
is very true. That's the only way you can win with a small guard. You have to have a very defensive heavy team around him. So, um, but yeah. Anyways, for the Nets, I think with, in my opinion, how bad the Nets draft went last year, it's only been 1 year, but with how all 4 of their first round picks have looked,
5.
5, I thought it was just 4. My
Yeah,
bad. There
5,
was no
bro.
one
It's
that
crazy.
really showed out too much. I mean, I guess most people would probably say Wolf was probably the best out of them showcase wise, but I would go best available here, and I would pick Darius Acuff personally.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I don't think any of the guards that they took, because they did take multiple guards last year, none of those guys are preventing you from taking Acuff. And I think Acuff has the chance to be someone that you could build your franchise around. And none of the guys they picked last year is capable of doing that, in my opinion. So I would do the exact same
they
thing. I think he fits that
drafted
culture well.
they drafted more on potential than anything last draft, in my opinion. Like I feel like Darius Acuff is more of a product that's NBA ready than all the prospects that they drafted last year. So
Yeah, I agree. So with my pick, I have the Sacramento Kings.
ooh,
And
spicy.
I want to take a guard.
Yeah.
I want to take a guard. And so I'm not going to waste any time. I'm going to take Mikael Brown Jr. right here. He's a scoring guard. To me, he's what the Spurs need at this current moment. Obviously, they pretty much need help everywhere. I mean, it's an old roster, lots of bad contracts on the team. I think he could be a pillar to, once you get rid of some of these guys, these contracts get over. You know, you have DeRozan, Sabonis, Levine. I think Mikael Brown Jr. can be that next. Tyrese Halliburton, De'Aaron Fox. Hopefully they don't trade this one though. So I think he'll be the next Kings point guard.
Heck yeah. I love it. For the Hawks, I think at this point you need another playmaker on your team. I don't think CJ McCollum is going to get it done at point guard for the foreseeable future. I think it makes sense taking Flemings here for sure, especially if the Kings are going to take Mikal.
Yeah.
And to kill Alexander Walker, he's great at the shooting guard position next to McCollum, and he can play a little bit of point guard sometimes too. But I think bringing in another playmaker alongside Nikhil and Jalen Johnson is going to help out a lot because I do think playmaking wise there was some struggle, and I know Fleming's. I think he can bring some 3-point shooting to the squad too. So
Yeah, I like that pick a lot. All right. So I have the Dallas Mavericks with the next pick. And I think that this is one of my favorite, like, seamless picks in this draft, and that's Braden Burries. And I think he plays well next to Kyrie, can play next to Cooper Flag, um, can shoot the ball well. It's just a good all around player and can fit in a good role with the Mavs. It's like, so with Burries at Arizona, like he had, Koa Pete there. And so it's like, it wasn't always his night. He wasn't the guy every single night, which I actually think is going to help him coming into his team because obviously he's not going to be the guy. But I think he could play a really good complementary role with Dallas. And I think that that'd be a home run pick for them.
yeah, I like him playing next to Cooper Flag a lot. I think they do need another guard in that spot, man, because they're struggling a lot there. So
Mm-hmm.
I mean they're struggling in a lot of spots, but I think they really need to get another guard in there that you can really signify the spot. Because I don't know if Kyrie's really going to be staying around much longer. To be honest, like I'd be really shocked if Kyrie is still hanging around after all this time. So
Yeah.
interesting pick here. The Bucks.
Yes, sir.
Giannis is going to be gone, dude. Um, so you go best available here, in my opinion. Not just best available, but I think you should get a guy who you feel like who might have the better potential out of the other guys who you think could possibly become a star player. Um, not just defense wise, but I'd also say like on the offensive side of things. So I would definitely go Nate right here from Tennessee.
Yeah, amen.
Yeah.
I like that pick too because I think he's a project type of player, and I think that is the type of guy the Bucks should be going for. Like if they were to keep Giannis in this situation and draft Nathan Mint, I wouldn't like it as much. I would hope they would go for a more like day one ready player. But I think he has a chance to develop into something really nice down the road.
And he's obviously going to play power forward too if they draft him. Easy swap
Yeah,
out because Giannis gets traded. He's power forward. So, and then if you are keeping Bobby Portis on one more year, which I think he has one more year on his contract, I mean, that's just a good vet behind him. So,
definitely. Yeah, and
yeah,
so for the
crossroads
next
here, baby.
pick,
Big old crossroads, Zach. This is where it gets interesting.
well, right here, I want to take someone who is day one ready.
Yeah.
We'll see if they even have this pick by draft night.
I think Warriors
But
traded here, but we're doing it without trades. So,
I'm kind of debating on which Michigan player I want here. Because for me, it's either Yaxel or Adai
yeah.
Mara. And I think I kind of want to go Mara here.
Yeah.
7'3 big, like 7'7 wingspan. He could play his role very well. He's an elite rim protector. He would play very well on the pick and roll with Steph Curry. And they just, they don't have many guys like this. And it's like, if they bring Porzingis back, who knows how his health is going to be. They don't have crazy depth in their front court. So bringing a guy like this in at 11, I think could be a pretty big steal for them. So going to die Mara.
Curry has not had a big like that since Bogut.
Mm-hmm.
Just think about that, dude. Like a gifted playmaker like that and a gifted shooter has not had a 7-footer or bigger that is even close to like defensive or size as Bogut.
Yep.
So I like it a lot.
Yep. For sure.
For the Thunder, I think they're also in a win now situation. And I think it makes sense that I think they should go for Yaxel. I do. Um, I know some people will probably think I forgot how to pronounce his name from Alabama.
LeBaron Philon.
Okay, LeBaron. I think Yaxel's the move because not only because from Michigan, he's more win now in my opinion, but also if I'm the Thunder, I look at our last loss against the Spurs, man. I think we need more size. I know he's only 6'9", but I think defensively you're bringing in way more grit of a player. You're probably losing Hartenstein, you know. Um I think it would suck if the Warriors took Mara because I think OKC would take Mara in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
um but I think next best option here is going to be Yaxel just because of defense alone. Like they need more pieces that they can put on Wemby. So that is my opinion there.
Yeah. I like that pick. Yeah, he would fit a perfect role, and he's not someone who needs to like come in right away and play huge minutes. He's the type of guy who doesn't need to have high minutes and still be effective on the floor. So that's a great pick. And then with the 13th pick for the Heat, man, this is a hard one. There's like so many directions I can go here. And we don't really know what the Heat's roster is going to look like, you know,
There have been
once
rumors
Tuesday comes
recently
even.
that here Tyler Hero could be on the move. Who knows?
Yeah, so it's kind of a shot in the dark what they do here. I really like Morris Johnson Jr. right here. To
Wow.
me, he kind of fits the Heat culture. Obviously, we don't know what the roster is going to look like, but he's just like a big guy, can get rebounds, can do all the dirty work, and is just someone I think Spo could do some real magic with. So I'm going Morris Johnson. He's been climbing up draft boards throughout the year, and that's going to be the pick here for me.
And for the first time during the mock draft, Zach has ruined my draft.
Is that who you wanted?
Well, he was a part of it.
Yeah.
Moving into the Hornets picks. Fun fact, I was going to go Morez Johnson because I do think the Hornets are going to get him. I really do. Just because I think there's a pretty good chance that Miles is probably not going to be staying around much longer because he's been in a lot of trade rumors as time goes on. I thought Morez Johnson was going to be one of our picks, and I thought the other pick was also going to be Steinbeck.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with Hans here from Washington. And the reason is,
I like it.
yeah, there's a lot of rumors that the Hornets are going to go big here, whether it's Mara or Hans, whoever falls, but I do think they are going to go for a big man. Even with Diabate and Kalkbrenner, we originally drafted Kalkbrenner because we knew we needed some size. When we got to the play-in, I'm not gonna lie, man, we were getting cooked. Big man wise, Bam had his way against us, and then when we versed the Magic, dude, the Magic were just bodying us, driving to the paint. Paulo could do whatever he wanted to us. Was not shocked at all. Even though Kalkbrenner is on the younger side, I think it makes sense for the Hornets to not fully buy into him just yet. And at the end of the day, for him being as tall as he is at 7'2" with his long wingspan, he doesn't look too quick-footed, and that is kind of worrisome. I think Kalkbrenner is more of a throw in at 6 or 7 minutes. Kind of reminds me more of a Luke Cornett type of thing, where it's like you can throw this guy in for a couple minutes for rim protection. Um, but you probably need to throw in a guy that's a little bit quicker on his feet. That's also why I was really wanting Morez Johnson, because he would be really huge to pair with those guys defensively, because we really just need more guys that can defend the paint, um, plus perimeter as well. But more paint, because man, we got to expose paint defense in the play-in. If we could fix that, I would feel way more confident.
For sure. Yeah, so the Hornets go Heinz Steinbach at 14. And at 15, I have the Chicago Bulls, who in this mock draft already have Caleb Wilson. And so I'm thinking they either double down and go front court again, or they go with a wing. And I think I'm going to have them going with a wing here. I'm going to have them taking Cameron Carr out of Baylor. He's just one of those guys who, he's an explosive athlete. He's a good floor spacer. He's a little bit on the smaller side, as in like he's lean. He's a lean body. I think he's like 190 or something like that. So, or less than that. So he has room to get in the weight room, get in an NBA weight room, bulk up a little bit. But he's a good shooter from the 3-point line. He's going to have some developing. Obviously, you're kind of at this point of the draft where you need that, but I think he would be a good pick right here for Chicago.
Yeah, I like the pick. It feels kind of weird that you have to go with another guard, and you kind of sometimes don't feel like you want to, because of how many guards the Bulls have. They have
So many.
so many, dude. It's endless rain. So I get it, but at the end of the day, like, the Bulls really just, they need some talent, man, and that's why they're struggling at guard so much, is because they're getting guys that are just kind of a wash at this point.
Right.
Grizzlies. They took Darren Peterson. I think we stay with the defense. And I don't think we need to get another guard besides him right now, because I think they still have let me double check, but I think they still have Ty Jerome, I believe.
I think so.
Yeah, they do.
Let me see.
Well, they also have
for
Cedric
2 more
Coward
years
too. Yeah. So I think, and KCP's coming back. Jalen Wells probably still going to be around. I think Jaden makes sense here from Kentucky.
Yeah, Jaden Quaintance.
Just because of
he reminds me a ton of Robert Williams.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's one of those guys that like Mizzou tried to get for a long time.
I think the Grizzlies could be really good defensively. Like, if they have Darren Peterson and Jaden and Zach Edey on the court together, I mean, it's really nice. Plus, you still have Cedric Coward. Like, dude.
Yeah.
Grizzlies could look really, really nice for youth-wise, but yeah.
I like it. With the 17th pick, the OKC Thunder are picking. This is another one where I'm surprised if they actually make 2 selections in this draft, but since we're not doing trades, I think they would probably go with a wing here. I don't think they have great wing depth, honestly, especially if,
Lou Dort's definitely gone.
I'm assuming Lou Dort, Isaiah Joe, Wiggins are probably all gone. If that's the case, you're pretty short on your wing depth, and I could see them going the international route if Kareem Lopez is here. That's who I'm going to have them taking. Just taking a flyer on a guy like this makes sense for a team that doesn't need him to be ready right away. They already took a day one ready player, and now with this pick, they take someone who can develop into a role guy. So give me Kareem Lopez.
Makes sense.
Back to the Hornets.
You made this tougher for me.
I know the Hornets have been Lopez.
What's up?
I know the Hornets have been linked to Kareem Lopez quite a bit.
Yeah, he's a part of talks for sure. And
Yeah.
I don't mind it because Hornets like to develop players nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
But I would be dismissed if at this point I didn't take Dalen from Texas.
Okay.
I think this is the route. It's another guy who's played college for a couple of years now. So you're bringing in naturally when you're almost in the late rounds. Hornets, they like to take guys that are kind of battle tested, at least a little bit more ready going into the NBA. So I think taking a guy who's already been in college for 3 years, which is kind of rare nowadays. Um, he does have some long arms. He can play defense. He can play the lane. I think pairing him with the bigs that we have, it's more of just part of the mindset where the Hornets struggled a lot paint wise. If we can bring in a guy like that who can help us shrink the floor, because Charles does like to run a defense where we are in the lanes a lot, I would not be surprised.
Right.
And he's a decent scorer. I think he shot like 55% from the field. So looks to be possibly a shot creator, but I don't mind the pick at all.
I like it. And so I have the 19th pick for the Toronto Raptors. I think if I'm the Raptors here and Chris Sinak is on the board, that's who I'm taking. I think they need another big. Jakob Pertl is just at this point of his career, he's just pretty cooked at this point. And so they need someone who's a little bit quicker, someone who's young, who can develop. And this time last year, like we were considering Chris Sinak a top 5 pick. And so he has that kind of talent in him. And I think in this situation, being in Toronto would be really good for him. So I'm pretty sure that the Raptors would be very happy if this is how the board fell.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yep.
Kind of wish he would have lasted a little bit longer, but it's okay.
Well, you have the Spurs.
Hmm. You know, if it actually falls this way, I'm gonna be really sad.
Yeah.
Because if you're the Spurs and you see Mr. Alabama, Mr. LeBaron, is that how you say his name?
LeBaron.
LeBaron.
Yeah.
I think this is a home run pick, and you gotta go for him.
Dang.
The
Okay.
reason I think they go for him, I know a lot of people are probably like, the Spurs, they already have a pretty good amount of guards. They have Fox, they have Harper, they have Castle. But I don't see why you don't go for him. Because who's to say Fox is going to be around much longer? If Harper gets the start, you're going to need someone to come off the bench who's immediate impact scorer. And I think it makes sense for them to draft him. And I feel like they already have a lot of good pieces in their other positions. Like I think Devin Vassell is a great player for them. They have Carter Bryant behind him. I like Carter Bryant. They have Champagnie, Keldon Johnson. They have
Mhm.
Harrison Barnes, who's a vet. And you have Victor, and then they have Luke Cornett, who's another big man behind him, which there have been rumors going around that there's actually a lot of big men who do want to play with Wemby or be his backup. So I don't think that's going to be running out anytime soon. I think it'll be very easy for the Spurs to get replacements for backups if Luke Cornett ever, you know, goes away from the team or whoever they need at the power forward to play next to him. So I think for the Spurs, ideally, I think it's the time to stock up on guards. And I think it only makes sense that you take Labarian here.
I like that pick. And so I have the 21st pick, and that's the Detroit Pistons. And for me, I'm kind of wanting someone who could obviously shoot the ball because that's a big need for the Pistons. And
Desperate.
preferably, I would like someone who could back up Cade. It could potentially play like 10 minutes or so in a playoff game to give Cade a rest. And so I'm kind of between Christian Anderson and Bennett Sturts. And I think right here, I'm going to go Bennett Sturts because I think he's a smart player. He's already kind of battle tested in March Madness. He's gone pretty far last year and had a good March Madness the year before. He's just a very smart player. He could shoot the three ball. He's very patient. He plays at his own pace. He feels like he could play good Piston basketball. And so I think he would be the perfect fit to be Cade's backup. So that is my pick.
Nice. Mr. Iowa himself, huh?
Yes, sir.
I think this is a no brainer for the Sixers. I think the Sixers need more depth at the guard spot. I don't know if Quinn Grimes is going to get it done. You really only have Maxi, Edgecombe, and Grimes. When Maxi's out of the game, you don't really have much playmaking. But I know one man who has really great playmaking ability at Texas Tech, and that is Christian Anderson.
Yeah.
So I think right there is a no brainer. I think he'd be perfect to come off the bench for the Sixers. And like I said, they don't really have much playmaking besides Maxi and Embiid. Once they're both off the court, don't really have much. So
Right.
I think someone like that coming out, and I think he averaged 8 assists or close to this past season for Texas Tech. Like that would be immediate impact for them and what they need.
No, yeah, for sure. I really like that pick. Um, they definitely need some guard help. And so I have the 23rd pick, and that is the Atlanta Hawks. So they took in this mock draft Kingston Flemings with the 8th pick. I think at this point you have to take some sort of front court big man. I'm curious with Koa Pete. I think they already have a few guys who kind of fit his prototype, like Jalen Johnson, Jonathan Kaminga if he's still there, Reese Ashe if he's still there. There's a lot of similar guys to him, so I don't think I'm going to go in his direction, even though that would be intriguing. Let me get. Let me scroll down here. Where is he? Uh, Zuby Ejiofor from St. John's. Little bit of a smaller center, but plays bigger. I think he would fit well with the Hawks. He's just he does a lot of things right. He was a senior in St. John's. Um, 6'9", 245. He's a lob threat. Um, so I think this is someone Atlanta really needs.
So you pronounce it Zuby?
I think so.
We'll assume.
Hopefully.
From St. John.
That's how I'm saying it.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Stud.
Zubi Ejiofor.
Cool. For the Knicks, I know they have the first pick in the second round. My thought process is, what are they really missing after this championship? There's two things that come to my mind. I don't know how long Mitchell Robinson is going to be around. And I feel like they need more of a consistent scorer off the bench / playmaker. I think you have a lot of guards that are going to be in this draft in the early second round. Like me going through the list right now, very guard heavy moving forward. So I don't think it makes sense for the Knicks to worry about a guard currently because I think they'll have a lot of options moving forward into the first pick for the second round. So I think they should look elsewhere and go for UNC center Henry.
Oh, Henry Vasar.
Yep.
That's my dude.
Mm-hmm.
I was hoping he'd fall to the
makes
Celtics.
sense.
Dang it.
And dude, it only makes sense. The Knicks very defensive heavy. If there's a chance you might lose Mitchell Robinson or you're worried about his health moving forward, this is a guy you can instantly plug in.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you're trying to run back that championship.
It's good. Henry Vasar, he can really dribble the ball too very well for his size, and he can shoot the three. He can shoot off the dribble. He's not like your, like, I don't know. He's not as much like Mitchell Robinson. Like, he's a little bit different. Good with the pick and roll. He would give the Knicks a really
He's more
good vibe.
To Towns than Mitchell Robinson.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, that would be a great fit. I was hoping he'd fall to the Celtics, but that's okay. So with my next pick, I have the Lakers here at 25. I think if you're the Lakers at this point, it's not the best spot for them because I do think they want front court help. Obviously, Luka does. I feel like they would take a flyer on Mo Crevis in this situation out of Arizona. 7'2", 260 pounds, good rebounder. He's a good rim protector. He could be someone who can develop. Not the best scorer. I'm not sure how he is in the pick and roll, but at least you shore up some defense. You have that rim protector. And at this point of the draft, there's not much you can ask for. And so why not take a flyer on someone with those intangibles? So that's who my pick will be here.
You said Mo Crevis?
Crevis.
Crevis.
From Arizona.
Why do I not see him?
His name's I think they call him Mo, but he's got a longer first name.
How's it spelled?
Let's see here. I don't even know. Let me see. Hold on. I'm trying to find it. Oh, I got you. It's Motiejus.
Oh, they don't even have him in the mock. Wow. Crazy. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Because they already know he's going to the Lakers.
Okay. So
you got the Denver Nuggets.
The Denver Nuggets. Ooh. I'm kind of... There's two ways I want to go here, Zachary. Couple things are enticing. I know the Nuggets still want to stay with Jamal Murray and Aaron Gordon. I do personally think, though, Jamal Murray, I know on their championship run, he was amazing. To be honest with you, though, ever since their championship run, Jamal Murray, in my opinion, has not been the same scorer as he used to be in the playoffs. So, did you hear that firework?
No.
Oh, good. Okay. Someone shot a firework. It's
Oh,
not even
jeez.
July. Anyways,
Come on, guys.
um, oh, I'm really, I know like it's normal for the Nuggets to go 3-D, but to be honest, I might go. Ooh, I'm thinking about going with the guy from Stanford. Is it a Corey? A Corey? I think it's a Corey.
Yeah, Corey, Abuka Corey.
Yeah. Ooh. I'm so torn, dude. I think we should go with. You know what? Let's do Koa Pete.
Okay.
I don't think any of the guards here could help or replace Jamal Murray at this point in time, but I think it's something to look with future interest. Um, but I do think getting another wing involved would be really nice. It's mainly just
Yeah.
depth at this point for the Nuggets. They need a lot of work, but Cameron Johnson, man, I don't think he's going to be staying around much longer. And I already heard that the Nuggets are already considering shopping Christian Brown, which is hilarious because they extended him last season. So,
Oh, that's true.
yeah, they're down bad.
So for my Celtics at this point in the draft, I was actually going to take Koa Pete
I know.
before you took him right before me. There's I know. There's a few directions I can go. I really like Isaiah Evans here. Also, I thought about Alan Graves as well, but I think with how the board has fallen, I would like to go for a point guard here. And I'm pretty high on Malik Thomas. So that's going to be my pick. I mean, he's 6'5", 185, good measurables. He's a good shooter, solid defender. I feel like that's a guy you kind of need and who we've been kind of lacking a little bit because, yeah, we have, Derek White, which who knows if he'll still be here. That leaves you with Peyton Pritchard, and you would preferably need some more ball handlers coming off the bench. You have a lot of guards, a lot of wings. Obviously, your front court depth is not good, but with what I'm seeing available at this point in the draft, I'm not sure if you pull the trigger on any of these guys. So I would shore up the backcourt some more, get someone who can handle the ball, and go with Malik Thomas out of Arkansas.
Fair enough. Arkansas. Gross.
Facts.
I think I already got my pick here, Zachary. I think I'm going to go ahead. I think it's a little bit of a no-brainer for the Timberwolves here. I think we go Alan Graves here. It's another forward for them. I think it's time to start kicking Julius Randle out the door.
Yeah.
And I think a way of doing that is you bring in a guy like Alan Graves, who is a good shooter. I think he can be a better shooter than Julius Randle. He has some good defense too for being a 6'9" wing. I think he averaged about 2 steals this past season for Santa Clara. Could be a pretty good scorer if needed, but I don't think that's really going to be too much of his role for the Timberwolves. But even just starting out, I think he'll be really nice depth-wise because At the power forward and center spot, the Timberwolves don't really have much depth there, and they really don't have much depth at the guard spots, but I trust the Timberwolves' depth a little bit more at the guard spots more than the power forward and center, mainly just because of Julius Randle. And I feel like if you're trying to get rid of Julius Randle, this is a good way to get him out, and you can use Julius Randle to help out your guard depth.
Yeah, for sure. So with my next pick, I have the Cleveland Cavaliers. They're a tricky team to draft for. I think at this point in the draft, I would probably go with Isaiah Evans right here. Someone who is a very good 3-point shooter, someone who's a very good defender, would fit in with what the Cavs have, and he brings things to the table that the Cavs need, especially defensively within the backcourt. So I'm going to go Isaiah Evans. I was thinking about another wing who could defend. Obviously, Dean Wade's probably gone, and he shouldn't have been starting. He shouldn't be starting on a contending team. So they're going to have to fill in that role. You're not going to find someone at the 29th pick to fill that. And so with this pick, I think they'd be pretty satisfied with Isaiah Evans.
Yeah. I really like that pick.
Yeah.
I would have done the same thing.
Hey.
And with the last pick, I was between two guys. I was kind of thinking Taurus Reed. I know the Mavs have Gafford and Derek Lively, but they do get injured a lot.
I kind of forgot about him, to be honest.
Yeah, they get hurt a lot.
He's a good player.
And I don't know if I can rely on both of them, but I think the power forward is more of an issue, more of a concern, because at this point, man, PJ Washington, same thing with the Hornets, man. Don't know if he's that. I don't know if he's it at this point.
Yeah.
I don't think he fits well with Cooper Flag either. But I think a guy like Joshua Jefferson would fit really nicely next to Cooper Flag. A long wing who's 6'9". I think his wingspan is like 7'2". No, he's 6'11" at wingspan, which is it's okay. It's decent. But I think putting him next to a Cooper Flag, and hopefully if Derek Lively and Gafford are healthy, I feel like that's a pretty big lineup to run if Cooper's playing small forward. And Joshua Jefferson, dude, he brings really good rebounding. He's a really good rebounder at his size. So he's going to be able to bring that with Lively and Gafford. And I do think he does have some pretty good potential at playmaking. And I know the Mavs do need some playmaking at the end of the day. Thankfully, you took Brandon earlier, which I think he's going to help a lot with the playmaking issues that they have. And obviously, Kyrie might be returning. Who knows how long he's going to be on the team if he does stay. But I think bringing a guy like Joshua Jefferson, who's another versatile wing, will be really nice for this team and can kind of help you on getting PJ Washington out of the lineup. Well, starting lineup. I think PJ would be way better on the bench personally. But I know he makes a pretty good amount of money currently as well. So if you're thinking about getting him off the team, that's also an option there too. So,
well, there you have it. That is our NBA mock draft.
Yep.
And I know this will be perfect.
Yep. It sucks we didn't make it to the first pick of the second round because the Knicks were definitely taking Mr. Sanford himself, a Corey.
Oh, yeah. Probably.
That was my plan. Not him specifically, but I was kind of guessing. I think the Knicks are going to pull away with a guard here.
Hey, we could keep going. I don't care.
Nah, it's okay. I just wanted to say that real quick because I feel like the Knicks could actually get some really nice depth with their with the 2 picks that they have.
For sure.
Cool.
Absolutely. So the draft is Tuesday, right?
It is. So
Dude, I
close.
cannot wait to see what happens in between now and the draft. It's going to be insane. And just like all the different picks, like this is what we have currently, the current draft order, and how different it'll be Wednesday morning when it's the first round is over.
Plus a lot of trades too. There's always
Oh
a lot of
yeah, all the
trades.
trades that happen. So
Yep.
it'll be fun to see like what teams stay, what teams trade, what players get traded. There's a lot that's going to happen in the next week.
Mhm. For sure.
All
Which
I know is whoever's picked number 27 is a future Hall of Famer. But go ahead.
okay. That's crazy. Hornets are definitely not trading their 14th and 18th pick. I just know that for sure. Fun fact, the Warriors, I heard a report that the Warriors were trying to package the 14th and 18th pick. They want us to get 11. I think it's because they know we want Mara, but we're not budging.
Well, would
That's
they
where
wait
we're
till
at.
draft day to do that?
Mm,
Are there like,
I don't
we
think the
have to do
Hornets
this
are going to
before the
trade.
draft?
I don't think the Hornets are going to trade both picks. I think the only way the Hornets trade up is if they're only trading one of them.
Yeah,
But speaking of
that's fair.
trades, do you think Giannis gets traded before the draft?
Giannis might get traded as we speak tonight,
Tonight.
and that would be
Night,
awesome.
night, 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 night. Sorry. Go on.
Well, I feel like Giannis is the domino to all the other trades. I feel like teams are waiting to see what happens with him. And once he's gone and traded, teams can finally start building out their teams and trying to find their fits. So I feel like he is the first domino that needs to fall before everything else falls into place. So I'm hoping that's going to be before the draft, could be during the draft. And I don't know what I'm going to do if it's after the
You know what's
draft. Could
funny,
you
Zach?
imagine?
Literally what
What?
you're saying is what everyone said last year. They said Giannis was the
But this time it's
domino.
different.
Yeah, I'm just saying it's funny how you're saying that because everyone was saying the same thing. Giannis is the domino effect before this draft, and we're now a year later, and it's the same conversation. It
Cam
makes sense though.
Johnson was the domino.
Cam Johnson was the domino. That is funny.
Yeah, man. I really think though that's the truth this time around.
Yeah, I think
Everyone's
it's good.
waiting to see what happens with him. I hope it's not one of those situations like you've seen those reports come out that teams think that Giannis is asking for too much, or not Giannis, but the Bucks are asking for too much for Giannis. And I really hope that's not the case because we cannot go through another year of Giannis in Milwaukee, obviously unhappy, and we're just going to keep repeating the cycle. I think you need to trade Giannis as soon as you can because if you're going to wait, like even to the deadline, this is the highest value you're probably going to get for him, in my opinion. So
Well, he
they
has
need to
1 year
do this
left.
as soon as possible. Oh, yeah, that's right. He has 1 year left. So it'd either be now or the deadline.
And if you do it at the deadline, you're probably not going to get as good as a deal because
Right.
it's at the deadline. And then
Yeah.
that team
So
is betting on him to hopefully resign.
if
Pretty
you're
much a team
Milwaukee,
is trading for a guy who has half a year, half a season.
exactly.
That's horrible.
If you're Milwaukee, you just have to be okay with making a trade that might be 80 cents on the dollar. You're probably not getting the exact value for Giannis. It would be hard to have a trade package that would value him, but you have to
Yeah.
take something before it's too late
I blame the Jaren
because
Jackson deal, dude.
the Jaren Jackson deal. I forgot what was that? How many
I
picks were in
blame
that?
I blame Rudy Gobert and I blame the Jaren Jackson trade because I think the Bucks are looking at especially the Jaren Jackson trade And they're like, if they got that, why can't we get more? The Jaren Jackson deal was where the Grizzlies traded away Jaren Jackson, a couple more pieces, and the Grizzlies got back 3 future first round picks.
Oh yeah, that's what the Bucks want is the 3 picks
Yes, because
plus more.
which makes sense because, well, also more makes sense too because you're like, so if Jaren Jackson goes for 3 first round picks, shouldn't Giannis go for 4? Which is fair
I
for them
mean,
to think.
to me, the 3 first round picks, I'm doing that if I'm Boston. And I know this isn't about Boston, but like you could do a 3-team deal. You could throw your 27th pick, have a third team throw in 2 first round picks that they take Jaylen Brown. To me, that seems like the move if you can do that. Now, to be honest, I could also see the Heat just doing that straight up and just like, here's all our picks. We just want Giannis. I could see that. Where
But
do
I
you think
guess
Giannis ultimately ends up?
I guess you also got to think about the 3 picks that got traded, only one of them is unprotected, and that's the Suns' first round pick in 2031.
For who? What do you mean?
The Grizzlies. They
Oh,
got
for
the
that
3 picks
deal.
from Jaren Jackson. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, but at this point, dude, you're hearing rumblings of Boston. I'm not gonna lie. At this point in time, it might be the Heat, dude. I I
Could
don't
make me
know.
cry.
I know. The the only reason I'm thinking that is because we are seeing a lot of talks very recently, like within the past hour or two, where the Heat are trying to not just have the Bucks included in the trade, but there's also the Pistons and the Lakers involved. And Tyler Hero's in discussions of going to the Pistons, which is
Mm-hmm.
crazy. And then there's also a package of Isaiah Stewart possibly going to the Lakers, or maybe even Jalen Duren, which would be crazy because there are reports that the Lakers have eyes for either one because they need a big man who is at least better than DeAndre Ayton.
Yeah.
So I think the main play is it's those 4 teams, and if it's not those 4 teams, then it's Bucks, Celtics, and Clippers. Because the Clippers
Yeah.
are interested in Jaylen Brown. Which I guess makes sense because they did just get Darius Garland, and you also have Benedict Mathurin. Even though I think in their best interest, they should start going youth movement. If you wanna
Yeah.
pick up a guy like Jaylen Brown, though, I wouldn't hate it too much. But here's the thing, if you go for Jaylen Brown, they have to give up their 5th pick.
They have to, for sure.
Yeah, and I don't know
Well, the
how I feel
Celtics
about it.
want to do that unless you're saying
I'm
that
saying the
that
5th
pick
pick would
goes to
go
Milwaukee.
Bucks. Yeah.
Yeah, if you're the Clippers, you should not do that.
Yeah.
But if they really want Jaylen Brown, that would probably be the deal that they could do. I'm just
And I
curious
guess
what type
Kawhi
of
would stay
package.
too at that point.
Yeah, but what players could the Clippers ship to Milwaukee unless it's just, hey, you get this pick plus maybe, random throw-ins. Is there like a signature player that you could send to Milwaukee? I don't know.
Unless you already wanna get rid of Darius Garland.
I was going to say like you have to have some sort of salary.
They're I think picking up Jalen Brown would just be weird because I feel like they're wanting to go to a youth movement, and just getting Jalen Brown would just ruin all that. But
Yeah, to me, there's no point. And I also read a report that the Trailblazers are interested
yeah, that too. Which, I mean,
in
that makes
Jalen
sense.
Brown.
Yeah, that would help
So
them out
that
so
one would
much.
make way more sense if the Celtics want to do that. So
I think the
what
Clippers
I'm
wanting Jalen
seeing,
Brown, the only reason I think they are thinking that way is because the Clippers, even with this pick that they have, they still don't have any of their picks until I think like 2031.
Mhm.
So I guess the only thing I can think of is maybe they're thinking as in we need to stay win now until we get all of our picks back,
Yeah, that's
because
fair.
we're not about to just throw all of our first round picks to everybody. They own the first round pick in 2027, but it has an OKC pick swap.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes. So the Clippers would only get their pick back if they're in the top 5.
I hate Paul George.
And then the 29 pick is also a pick swap. So they don't actually own their own pick until 2030. The rest of their first rounders are swaps.
Dang. Dang, dang, dang.
They don't have any swap for 2028. So you're pretty much saying from 27 to 29, if you're not bottom of the barrel, like if you're not 27, they have to be top 5 in the lottery. And then in 29, they have to be top 3, Zach.
Hmm.
And with how the lottery
Yeah,
is now, are you going to risk that? Because if you are a bottom of the barrel team, there's teams that are going to have as good of a chance of getting a top 5 pick as you, and they're in the play-in. That's the only reason it makes sense to me, is someone in that office is like, should we just have Jalen Brown go crazy for the last 3 years?
that's true.
And that lines up with this contract too. Because I
Hmm.
think when those 3 years are up, I think he has one more year left on his contract.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's the only thing I
So
can
I'm
think of, though.
curious. So if we go back to the Heat for a second,
Mm-hmm.
could what do you think makes more sense? Like the Pistons thing? So like Tyler Hero would go to the Pistons,
Yep.
Giannis goes to the Heat,
Mm-hmm.
Duran or Stewart goes to the Lakers.
Yeah, it's probably going to be Stewart, most likely. Because they. Or it could be Duran, because Duran's looking for an extension. But it'll probably be Stewart, because they've pretty much bought more stock into Jalen Duran at this point.
So would that be a sign-in trade for Reeves? Because there's no
Could be
way you would have Hero and Reeves on the same team.
for the Pistons, or
Unless you're saying Reeves goes to Milwaukee,
because Hero would be going to the Pistons.
Hero to the Pistons, Stewart to the Lakers. Is Reeves going to Milwaukee?
Could be.
Wow. That would suck.
I don't know what the package looks like though, because it's more or less who are the Lakers giving up, right?
I mean, if I'm the Bucks, I'm just like, get Get those two out of there. Give me your package. Pause.
Well, the Lakers and
But
the Pistons are already trying to trade. So the reason Stewart and Duran are an option is because the Pistons are interested in Austin Reeves.
so why do they have to be involved in the Bucks Heat deal? Why can't they just do the sign and trade? Those two
No, I
only.
think they can. I think it's just an offer. Like, all four teams have to be in agreement here. So I
It's a lot of
think,
work.
yeah, I think it's just one of those deals where it's like, oh, we're trading, but these other two teams are trading. Maybe we can get more out of them as well. Maybe a pick or two. It's more
Mm.
about the draft picks than anything because the Lakers do they do have some they have some late picks. They have some they still have some first round picks after LeBron retires, and those are pretty high quality first round picks because the Lakers are, I don't know what the trajectory is here, but if I'm a team, I probably would want a Lakers first rounder.
Yeah.
Um
Well, I would love to see Tyler Hero with Detroit. I think that's a pretty good spot for him,
I
honestly.
think Hero and Reeves to Detroit would make a lot of sense if they have the money to do it.
Both of them.
Yeah.
You'd have to get rid of Duran.
I think that's what the Pistons are looking at, Zach. Because
Why would you want to do that though?
because he did so bad. He did so bad in the playoffs.
But why would you want Reeves and Hero on the same team? I guess
No,
you're
I hear
playing
you.
Hero at the 3.
I think they're trying to do like a 180 is kind of my thought process.
I mean,
I don't
man,
think it's going to happen, but
they get kind of bullied.
they would get
That's
bullied.
a rough. I mean, the offense would be awesome,
It would
but
be a complete 180 in that sense, yeah.
you would have two new shot creators, but you would be really having a rough time defensively. Getting one of those two would be incredible to me,
Do you think
but
Bobby
I don't think
Portis
you
would
should
be
do
in a
both.
trade here?
I've seen trade scenarios with Bobby Portis in there with Giannis.
So I know it sounds like the Pistons are getting a lot of players, but I don't know if they can pull it off contract wise. Bobby would be nice for the Pistons as well, honestly.
I mean, could you move Duncan to Milwaukee or something?
Duncan Robinson.
Yeah, to
You
get
could.
Bobby. I don't know if the contracts work
I
that
don't know
way,
if the
but
Pistons would get rid of Duncan Robinson though, because he did have a good
it's their
playoff.
best, pretty much their best shooter.
Yeah, he was the only one who was actually like making shots.
But if you're gonna get Hero, like, hopefully, but you'd want Duncan.
It sounds like Isaiah Stewart is on the move a lot here though. I'm gonna see. Oh, here we go. There was one guy that said latest rumor Miami gets Giannis and Duncan Robinson back.
Ew.
And then Detroit gets Tyler Hero. And then Milwaukee gets Isaiah Stewart, Jovic, Khalil Ware, Holland, and Jaime.
Dude, they're gonna get that Jovic contract.
Well, I mean, Giannis does make a lot of money.
I know,
You
but
got to
that's
get a
just a
contract in
bummer.
there somewhere. Yeah, I mean, it's because of the Heat. It's the Heat's cap space is probably why Jovic would have to be involved.
He's got a 4-year, man.
I know, but it makes sense because the Bucks are really not going to be doing anything.
It hasn't even started.
What's up?
It hasn't even started yet.
Yeah.
That's oh, I want the Heat to pay for that.
Pretty much Jovic. Oh, you want the
They don't deserve to get off that contract for doing that.
Yeah. That's fair. I mean, either way, the trade package that's floating around is Tyler Hero, Khalil Ware, Jaime, and probably that 13th pick is probably going to be gone for the Heat.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
If someone if you went in a coma for 2 weeks and you wake up and I tell you, Josh, Giannis got traded, but it wasn't to the Heat or the Celtics, what would be the team you would think it was?
Probably would be the Timberwolves.
Okay.
The only
So
reason
you
I say
think
that
they're
is because
probably
they're the
third?
third pack.
They're the
Yeah.
only one linked.
Yeah, but they're not really in any conversations because there was a report that came out that the Wolves would only trade Jaden McDaniels if the trade involved Giannis or Jokic. That's it.
Yeah, I did just see that one too.
Yeah. Kind of crazy. But I
Here's a
respect
report
it.
that says the Lakers have called the OKC Thunder to inquire about Lou Dort. The
Yeah,
Thunder
I did
may
see
pick up
that.
Dort's player option and seek to trade him in order to acquire assets.
Yeah. Just more assets on top of what they already have. They're a million
They
assets.
definitely
We're going to make a
need more
million and
assets.
one. Mm-hmm.
Gross.
Yeah. And I mean, the only reason the Giannis and Jalen Brown trades makes sense on that other side is because Giannis is going to be the third highest paying player next season. And Jalen Brown is pretty close to his contract. He's only 1 million behind.
Yeah.
So from a cap space, it makes sense.
It can just happen.
I think Tyler
It's-
Hero is probably gone either way, though. At this point,
Even if they don't trade for Giannis,
even
if they don't get Giannis, is Tyler Hero on the team next year?
this coming season,
Yes.
oh, here's the thing, man. They've been waiting to use Tyler Hero as that trading chip.
Would they pivot to Kawhi?
Um, at that point, yeah, you would have to trade Tyler Hero.
I mean, to be fair, Tyler Hero
I
has
just
been in
think
trade
with
talks forever,
I just think
like
what
since the
is
beginning of time.
yeah, I just think what is the repercussions here? Like, is Jalen Brown like if he doesn't get traded, is he gonna feel some type of way? Same with Tyler Hero. Like if he doesn't get traded, is he gonna feel some type of way? You know, we're not even thinking
Yeah,
about that either.
I'm not. See, so with Jalen Brown, I'm not honestly with both of them. Maybe it's to the point where they would be fed up that they're in trade talks every year, or maybe they're just used to it and are like, okay, like we'll just go back to our team.
Yeah,
I
we
could see
don't.
them reacting either way.
Yeah, we really ideally don't know how they feel, but I'm just
And
wondering if this could affect anything moving forward. But
I mean, just from being a human, I feel like it would affect you if every single offseason you're in all these trade talks and it's just like that every year. At some point, you would just
yeah,
say, let's just start fresh and go somewhere else. Maybe that's your mindset. I mean, if you're Tyler Hero, maybe not, just because you're in Miami. It's like,
Right.
I don't really want to go anywhere else. But I could see Jaylen Brown being like that because he's already hinted at wanting his own team and how this was his favorite season with Jason Tatum out injured. And so at this point of his career, he has a ring. He's won finals MVP. He's made all NBA teams. I think the only thing he wants to prove at this point is that he can lead a team by himself. And so I could see him being like, yeah, I don't really want to be second to Jason Tatum anymore. Send me somewhere else. Even if the Giannis stuff falls through, I could still see him wanting to go.
I mean,
But
NBA
that's my
Centel
opinion.
said that Giannis is interested in the Milwaukee Brewers, so
Centel strikes again.
they know all.
Oh man. Well, there's been some other trades as well
Speaking of Celtics
revolved
and
around
Timberwolves, do you think
Celtics.
Derek White gets the boot here? I think we talked about it before, but do you think it's starting to lean that way that Derek White is going to get traded?
I would say that it's more likely than not that Derek White gets traded this offseason. And it's been reported how the Celtics have interest in Rudy Gobert and the Timberwolves have interest in Derek White. And the salaries work and can line up.
Makes so much sense.
Rudy Gobert makes $6 million more, but it still works straight up. And also, you have that Sam Hauser contract who you can move pretty easily. So financially, it wouldn't be that difficult. It
Yeah.
does make sense for both teams, in my opinion. Celtics need a rim protector very desperately, and we clearly saw that in the playoffs when one-legged Joel Embiid just came in and absolutely torched Boston. He absolutely changed the series. It was all Celtics, and then Embiid comes back and just exposes the Celtics front court.
Yeah.
And also, Derek White had a really bad playoffs, a really rough season. Defensively, he was still there. He was still affecting the game positively in a lot of ways besides scoring. But we really needed his three ball to be there and a lot of his shots just in general. They just were not falling. And when you have a team that was shorthanded for most of the year, and then when you have Jason Tatum come back off his ace or his Achilles injury, yeah, you're gonna need to make your shots. And so I think he's a perfect fit for Minnesota though, as well. He fits kind of what they want to do. And I could see him going back to form with them. So I think it's honestly a perfect match make in heaven for those two teams.
Going from Julius Randle as your running mate to Jason Tatum would be amazing for him.
It would.
Gobert on the Celtics, he literally only has to worry about the rim. You have Tatum as more of the roamer for you. I mean, that's just if I'm the Celtics, I make this trade instantly.
Yeah.
Like today, tomorrow, as soon as possible if the Timberwolves are willing to cuz if you need a big man that can help in the conference against like teams like the 76ers and the Knicks, bro, Gobert is perfect in this scenario.
Yeah. Yeah, fits perfectly.
Especially the way
And
he
also
locked up Jokic too. I mean, that's what you like to see.
Oh yeah. And the Celtics have also expressed interest in Trey Murphy, which a lot of
I
teams
saw that
have,
too. I forgot about that.
but Derek White would probably be in there somewhere in a 3-team deal if it came to that. That one would be a little more complicated. But yeah, for the Timberwolves trade, this needs to happen. And on the Timberwolves side, it makes so much sense too.
Naz Reid finally gets the keys.
You finally give the keys to Naz Reid, and then, I don't know what they do with Julius Randle. They figure it out. But they have Derek White, a good running mate with Anthony Edwards. And he can handle the ball as well. He can, I kind of like Derek White more off ball. I think he's better in that role, but he can.
He's better as your
bring the ball
fourth
up
guy.
Right.
He's excellent as your fourth best player.
Which we'll see how the Timberwolves reshift their roster. He will probably be the third or fourth guy if he makes it on that team. So I would like that. That just, it needs to happen, like you said.
Yeah, it's going to depend on who they draft too. I think if you're the Timberwolves, I think you see who you can get with your draft pick in the latter of the late first round. And I would see if you can draft a big man, if you're thinking in that realm. I mean, guy from UConn, Taurus. I think that's how you say his name, right? I think I just butchered it.
Tarris Reed.
Yeah, Tarris Reed. If you can get a guy like that, then I'm not saying he's as good as Gobert, but that will help fix your worries about rim protection immediately. Because if you need to go bigger, you can still run Reed. Naz Reid and him as well.
They would have two Reeds.
The Reed duo. But if you have a scenario where you're versing, the Spurs again, you should be able to still run big there. And plus, now you'll have Derek White helping you on the perimeter because, to be honest with you, I don't think the Timberwolves really lost mainly because Wemby destroyed them. I think it was the other guys like the Dylan Harpers, De'Aaron Fox, because he actually had some decent games. Sham Penny, I think he went off in a game for that series too. But that's what makes teams like the Spurs so deadly and the Thunder is that they're so deep. They could have any guy really go off at any time. And I think the way that this draft goes, you can kind of reset yourself if you're the Timberwolves and get a little bit more guard depth because, to be honest with you, the Timberwolves do need some guard depth. And I think getting a solidified vet like a Derek White is more favorable to me than getting a guy in the late round that's a guard because late round guards, they take a little bit longer to develop than late round bigs. Late round bigs, you can kind of just plug in and they're ready to go. But
yeah,
because late round guards, they kind of have more issues shot creating typically. But
yeah, for sure. So we'll see what happens with that. But I don't know. Is there any other trade rumors floating out there?
I don't think there's any more trade rumors. We're getting pretty close to the draft. That's going to be a really big talk. I did see a little snippet about Dylan Harper's camp trying to push for the starting job for the Spurs.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. We know how you feel about De'Aaron Fox. I think the whole world now knows how you feel.
Oh, I think the whole world feels the same, if we're being honest.
Did you see Mikal Bridges' De'Aaron Fox jersey for the parade?
He did not.
You didn't see that? Oh, man.
No. That's savage.
So fun fact, if y'all haven't seen it, and you can look it up on social media, but Mikal Bridges had a customized De'Aaron Fox jersey, and it was a Knicks jersey. because there was a meme going around before the parade of people making Knicks jerseys for Fox because of how much he helped win them some games. And Mikal Bridges had the jersey. So
All right, if I'm De'Aaron Fox, I'm throwing hands in that scenario.
if you're De'Aaron Fox right now, you're really down bad. That's all I
You're
gotta
very
say.
down.
And especially if you have Mikal Bridges wearing your jersey and it's a Nuggets
Oh,
jersey, that's painful. To the parade, Mikal is
I
including
kind
you,
of
not in the way you want it to be included, but you're included in the parade, De'Aaron.
the next 6 man of the year, De'Aaron
He's the
Fox.
12th man, baby. in,
Yeah.
in football terms.
Oh, it's so sad.
Yeah, I never thought I would be talking about Aaron Fox in a very horrible way, but kind of did it
Just
to
you wait.
himself.
De'Aaron Fox is going to come back next year and do the same thing.
Probably.
Yeah.
And it sucks too because some people still don't realize, because I've seen some backlash about it where people are like, De'Aaron Fox is still really good, blah blah. And it's like I'm not like making fun of his like play, like he plays good during the regular season. He's had moments in the playoffs. The issue is when you're finally in the finals, De'Aaron Fox was supposed to be that guy. He's the vet for the team. Like the reason they brought him in is because he's a veteran point guard and the Spurs were trusting him to kind of seal the deal multiple times where it's like Victor is still 22 and it's still hard to rely on a guy that's 22 years old to close you out of games.
Mhm.
And that's where De'Aaron Fox kind of comes in because your thought is this guy has been a number one option on a team. I mean, yeah, they haven't won a lot, but there was moments in the playoffs where you felt a little confident in his play and his ability to close out games. Not only that, he's at point guard, which is one of the most important positions to play because you're bringing the ball up the court. You're making those big decisions, right? And sadly, De'Aaron Fox did not make any good decisions. There was never a moment in my mind where I was like, yeah, his contract was worth it. Them getting him was worth it. And looking back, I don't even see a reason why they should have brought him in because it was probably overkill. And now looking at it, they probably should have just gone Trae Young.
Yeah.
Because at least Trae Young, he likes those moments. And if you're just really wanting a guard who you can believe in to handle those moments until Dylan Harper pops off, it makes sense. But here's the thing, dude. Dylan Harper was showing up in moments that
Mhm.
you didn't expect him to in his rookie year. So I think it only makes sense that him and his camp feel a certain way where they're like, we had big moments and bigger moments than De'Aaron Fox, and we showed, he showed out. It makes at this point no sense to really have Fox be over him in big moments when you need him.
Hey, man.
He plays better defense
De'Aaron
too.
Fox did have that one game sealer in the one game they won. We can give him that.
Yeah.
Remember, it was like they were up like 3, and Knicks were just playing
I remember.
regular defense, hoping they'd miss. He had pretty nice, tough mid range.
Yeah, I think if you look back, I think he missed a lot of shots before that though. I know he hit the most
But he
important
made
one.
that one.
He did.
Come on, Josh. Let him have it.
Yeah, it just hurts my soul a little bit because there were some shots where it was just like, if you wouldn't have taken those earlier, you probably wouldn't have been in that position. But
Dang.
it was game 3, wasn't it?
Yeah. Game 3.
Yeah, he shot 4 for 14, 0 for 5. Should I?
No.
Should I?
No.
I mean,
No. We know.
ESPN always has my back here, boys.
We know.
Do we?
It's in the past.
Hmm.
De'Aaron. If you're
Are you
listening,
gonna
send
sit
us a
down?
jersey.
Oh, send a jersey. Can you send me a New York Knicks jersey, please?
Oh,
Of your
no.
of your name on the back, please.
De'Aaron. I'll take a Spurs one. They're doing you dirty.
Are they though?